Hello?
How are you?
Where are you from?
I'm from Texas. Don't mess with Texas.
Okay. How's it going?
Anyway, things are good. Your family?
Good.
Yeah, good.
So what do you think you ought to do?
Pardon me?
What do you want from me today?
I want you to be on my team.
Okay.
Listen, a lot of those people that came in initially wish they hadn't come in initially.
Does that make common sense?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe that's true at all.
Obviously, we have huge differences of opinion.
Yeah.
I don't want you to let me down again.
Get over it. I just wanted to call and remind you, you don't matter.
He called me Sunday morning.
That's a load of crap.
Let me tell you something. There's no rules.
You don't have the right to do that.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Really?
You ask the questions, and I'll answer them if you don't mind.
Okay. Tell me about all the gifts and skills and abilities you have.
My passion and my vision is to empower Americans to be able to make decisions for themselves in their own lives.
You are a paranoid controller.
I know that.
How do you feel about not being trusted by your wife?
That's a very interesting question. A promise made will be a promise kept.
Really?
Yes.
Do you realize that this is a big problem?
I think it's perfectly reasonable.
You know what? I'm not some schmo here.
And that's the problem.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
But let me say this to you.
This is recycled stuff.
You can't change what you don't acknowledge.
Make sure you tell your brother Stuart.
Whatever. What's the release that you get when you binge and purge?
Drugs and alcohol.
Do you agree that you've smoked pot?
Don't touch it.
Are you avoiding reality?
I gave her white hair. Not only once, but twice.
Really?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Do you go into the store and steal groceries?
I'm absolutely adamantly opposed to that.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Well, my mother told me don't ever ask a woman how old they are, but do you mind saying how old you are?
I guess my answer to that is party tonight.
Are you taking medication?
Dad?
Are you mad at your mom?
By the way, let me tell you something. If you don't stand for anything, you don't stand for anything. If you don't stand for something, you don't stand for anything.
Does it sound like a logical thing to do?
Let me say something. I find it very interesting that when the heat got on, you dug yourself a hole.
There's not a thing wrong with what you just said, and God bless you for claiming that right.
Thank you very much for those kind words.
That's okay. So what do you think you ought to do?
Well, I talked to Condi and asked her to call Andy.
Okay. I'm talking to you about the only person in this world you control, and that's you.
Good riddance.
You're a bitch.
Everybody loves you, and so do I.
You have how many children at home?
You've got the documents.
No. Tell me why it's all about body image and not about self-image.
It's not.
Thanks for your call.
Thank you.